Aloha and welcome. I'm Panther, and this is Undungeon. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Alright. I played a demo of this before, and I actually was blown away with how it looked. So the moment it came out, I picked it up. Just like with XO1. So here are the creators. Okay, so starting from top. Got it? Early development phases. Special thanks to support and UI. QA the most games. Porting, sometimes you. Publishing and funding, Tiny Mill. So, a rather small but not quite indie crew. Here we go. I can't use him, so we'll start with Void. Name, Void. Origin, Void Dimension. Age, unknown. Entity, Canonic Darkness. Keeper of the Void Dimension, Bringer of Darkness. He is the incarnation of the dimension itself, so his powers are immense and mysterious. A character, to unlock them, you need to progress further in the game. We'll go with Void.
Strange, isn't it? From childhood, we have been told that the universe is endless. It was said that there are millions of worlds out there, and that none of them can be reached. They said that they were thousands of light years away from us. But what if this is not the whole truth? What if we live in a multiverse where a thin membrane separates worlds from each other, and this membrane is not as strong as it seems? 7 worlds, 7 variations of Earth were instantly merged. Those few who survived called this cataclysm the Shift.
Q Dimension. Before the shift, Q Dimension contained a number of deserted metal world. Okay. Beneath the surface, which Motor created mega factories. Q Dimension supplemented Akraba and Otherworld with technology and industry modules. The space in the dark. Oh, the space is dark and silent. A voice resounds in your head, breaking this silence. Each word like a supersonic cannon shot. I made you. I created you. Oh, I don't have the voice to keep doing that. What are you? Nothingness. Just like you. Okay, Void is not nothingness. They call us the Void. You and I are one, but you have a purpose. You can leave this place and meet with them, the envoys from other dimensions, in the center of creation. Who are these envoys? They call themselves heralds. They exist somewhere between mortals and immortals, a link between gods and their creations. Heralds can leave the boundaries of their dimension to spread the glory of their words of patron. The heralds can leave their dimensions to carry the word of their creator or patron. The gods are bound to those cores of their dimension. Follow the thread. It will bring you to the root of creation, to the city of all dimensions, the city of Arkahaba. Collect these seals from the 6 heralds and bring them back here. They have many realms. We have essence. They want our essence because we have so much. Let them give us their realms so we can have as many realms as well. Go and collect them. Wow, you're scattered brain, aren't you? Trails off, but you can still feel its presence. I want to ask you a question. Before that, I have to ask... you have to ask yourself, who are you? I am death, I am destruction, I am a truth seeker, I'm the creation of my master, I'm just a spectator. Truth seeker. Explorer brain. You have their mind, but you and I are one. I made you similar to them so that you know everything that I know. I will tell you their words. Bound in the realms, each false dimensions. All the essence of that is not ours belongs to them. But they want more. They want to create more realms that will give birth to more living beings, so that sentience can receive vessels in their dimensions and go on creating more realms. In dimensions of 6 gods, as they call themselves, the 6 heralds hold their seals, the seals that open the path. Okay. I want to touch them. I want to be more than an observer, to participate, to not just exist, but live. You already have this gift, so go forth and use it. Collect these seals. Free us. Okay. Why don't we have any realms? We will have realms after you return. We can only absorb realms. We cannot create them. But they can. Each dimension possesses something. We eat the crumbs from their tables. We have nothing but time and essence. What is essence? Essence of creation, the fuel and the fabric, the matter and the energy. It can become anything or turn into nothing, dissolve and go beyond the boundaries of being and observation. At the borders of our dimension, all things become ash. Ash becomes essence. Essence becomes nothingness. But the words of reason can give it new forms. That is how they create their world. That is how I made your vessel. Okay. Alright. I will be right back. It is clear I need something to drink. Alright. Got something to drink. Okay. Communicator. Press down to open the communicator. This is an incredibly important device that lets you communicate across dimensions. You'll get messages containing information about the world around you, requests from beings you meet along your travels. Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Immediately goes into combat. You might run into enemies. To dispatch them, press X. If you need to change position quickly, whether to avoid an attack or to get closer to an enemy, press B. Stamina is a resource used by Void. Attacks, dashes, and shields consume stamina, and holds restore it. When it drops to 0, lose the ability to attack, dash, shields, but retains the ability to use holds. This resource can be restored gradually, or some organs can change this factor. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Error, no access to Info Ocean. Recovering most recent story. Clear. I don't think this is a good idea. Think about it. You should say no. Admit it, you're jealous. You're not worthy. You will regret what you said that, you will regret that you said that. We'll talk once I return in my new form. Let's not put it off any longer. I'm behind your back. Turn around and face your death. Ah! Nodes. Nodes modify basic characteristics and add chances and effects, such as chance of burning to a target or infecting them with parasites. Chance to receive shields blocking all damage, etc., etc., etc. Herald? My greetings. I am Victus. Viticus. Viticus. I am Viticus. By sheer coincidence, I became the guardian of this hub, and am obliged to help you. The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. I apologize. Where are my manners? You probably want to have a look around and get acclimated first. I have been waiting a long time for this meeting, and I can wait a little longer. Come and find me when you're ready to discuss business. Explore the hub. Ah, huh. Here. A lot bigger. Okay. Shows current state of planes of reality. Viticus. Did you get a good look around? Yes. What happened to Akaban? Akaban once stood on this very spot. Well, more precisely, in the cosmic mass core of creation stood on this very spot, and 6 districts of Akaban surrounded it. When you were on your way to the Council of Heralds, there were a few who knew of this, but it seems one of them did not want you to make it here. Or there. There was a coup in Akaban, and someone used Marduk's personal weapon. I'm not hinting at anything. Marduk's personal weapon to sever your thread from the core of creation, plunging the void dimension into the abyss and spilling its essence into the creation center of creation, directly into the Akaban. Only it just so happened that your core is here. The core of creation fell into the abyss along with your dimension, and Akaban fell too, of course. Everything else. Everything is sliding into the abyss, though the hub Dharma created slowly, gradually, like through an eye of the needle. What happened to the other worlds? The core of creation has fallen into the abyss, dragging every layer of the universe with it. We can't stop it. The core has already passed the event horizon, but we can temporarily raise it from the abyss, gather mass for a few divine cores. This should be enough to create a new reality. Makes sense, more or less. Where do I have to go? What do you mean, we? You, me, the Keeper, those few immortals who have not yet fallen into the abyss. No one knows how much time we have left. I see. Go on. Go to the center pier. The Keeper has everything ready. The pier will take you to the Q dimension. Well, what's left of it anyway. It is a world of arid deserts, hot during the day, cold at night. Do not expect a warm welcome from the inhabitants. They know about us about as much as heralds know about waterfalls. What do I need to do? You must activate all 7 gravitational piers in the Q dimension, which will transfer some mass to the hub and unlock a pathway to the Divine Palace. Then you will just have to convince the dimension's gods to bequeath all his mass to the core, that is all. What do you know about the god? One of the 2 original gods. the one god that now calls himself Motor. He used to go by a different name. I heard legends from the ancient essences long, long ago. He was a god of thunder and lightning until he met Kishkara, Kishatera, Kishatera, who taught him to play Aeron. That's all I currently know. Okay. Quest failed. Well, that's unusual. Keeper, you are not prepared. It was incredibly difficult for me to raise your core from the abyss. It seems she is speaking in a dream. Viticus, that lazy blabbermouth, didn't explain it to you. This is not Agrabah, Herald. Refresh your memory and your skills. You will need to be prepared for battle. Begin training. I would rather begin training. It's been a while since the demo tutorial area up. God, that's a cool looking world. If I were you, I would not listen to that keeper, what the keeper thinks of me. She sleeps all the time, but still calls me lazy. What nonsense. Levitates up and down furiously. There's just so much going on, I occasionally forget important things. Right, let's get down to business. As you've already figured out, this is a training room. I currently have a combat simulation running in it. Between you and me, there's no other simulations. I haven't created them yet. We will be using this combat simulation to see what you can do. If you don't mind, I'll be recording your training. Could prove useful when we train further heralds. Well, even if you don't mind, I'm going to record it anyway. That's my job, after all. I have to ask for appearance's sake. Alright, let's start. Oh, okay. Ah. Okay. Okay, Herald can use the enhanced skill of their items. Depending on the type of item, button press corresponding with it. After the indicator appears, fills over the character, release it. Each item has their own enhanced skills. Yeah, okay. Equipment breakage. This is something that I remember I wasn't particularly fond of. Every item has a certain level of durability. When the item breaks, the game enters a tactical pause state where you can swap out your broken item if you have a replacement. If you hit an enemy in a blue shield, that means it means that more than 40% of your attack was absorbed by the enemy's armor. It's best to use in powered attacks against armored enemies. Okay. There! Jesus. I gotta get used to this again. Targets killed by decreation have the highest drop values of essence. Okay. Decreation drops value essence, runes, nodes, and consumables. Lacerations have the highest organ chance, but standard values of the rest of the stuff. Modifications have standard drops of everything. This type of death blow allows you to perform an autopsy. Higher than average value of essence, runes, and nodes. This blocks the drop of consumables. Okay. Average chance of everything, but it blocks the possibility of an autopsy. Well, I would say we can call our first joint project a success. By the way, what do you think of him, Herald? Him? The red robed nomad, of course. He's the pinnacle of my creativity. I painstakingly recreated every single detail so that he would closely resemble the most common of Q-dimension inhabitants you will encounter. Once I improve his voice modulators, the locals won't be able to tell him. Impressive, you did a good job. Nothing special. I have nothing to compare it to. Like, that's the absolute truth. I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know if that means that it's about to break. Arch attack items will never break. Okay. Whatever arch attack items are. You can use dimensional piers to fast travel around the world. Once a pier is active, you can teleport to it at any time. Alpha Pier. You need to find this pier's core and reconnect it to the hub. Okay. Okay. So this is Architech. This is Subtech. Got it. What? Okay. Oh, right, yeah, it has that Fallout 1 and 2 movement thing. Okay, I can't go through there. This strong and experienced warrior seems to be caught off guard when you appear. Oh, mother of my boys, I can't tell if you're real or not. What are you? I am real. Hang on, you're a herald, aren't you? An immortal messenger of the gods. I need your help. Please, whatever god you serve, help me, and I will help you with anything you need. You notice this being has a very tangible core. Only a relatively ancient entity could have one like that. I need information. Recently, the animals we hunt have become more aggressive. We've spotted red vigaromes who are more heavily armored than normal and can spit acid. Some of the red ones are even gigantic. I've never seen anything like it. Perhaps they've crawled out from the underground, awakened by all these vibrations. What vibrations? What? You don't hear them? I can hear them right now. They drive me mad at night. Figured out where they're coming from. There's a big shiny core in the desert that I've never seen before. It's giving off powerful vibrations, which I followed to find it. Can you show me where it is? The hunter marks the core on your map. When I saw it, Legends of the Herald, Messages of Gods was the first thing that came to mind. How you appear when the world is changed to time to come. Got it. Continue your story. We don't have the right weapons to hunt creatures like these, especially the big ones. We haven't figured out tactics for fighting them yet, so we always did our best to avoid the red ones, especially the warriors. But at night, we decided to ambush one and fight it to see what it could do. My students have been asking me about this for a long time, and I, the fool that I am, finally agreed and planned the hunt. Go on. But I overestimated our abilities. In our very first encounter with the beast, I lost 2 of my students, and our only experienced hunter, and was wounded myself. The worst part is that I don't even understand how it happened. I think the creature turned invisible. Although I don't really trust my eyes anymore. Go on. I decided to get the 2 other young ones who were with me out of there. The group that was supposed to set up the ambush apparently didn't make it to their spots. When we got back to camp, I noticed that there was even more around than usual. The others may have woken up surrounded, unable to leave their campsites. which would have mean that now baking under ultraviolet rays. Oh god. Okay. It looks like the metastorm is winding down. It's going to get very hot on the surface soon. The wrinkles on our necks and chest will be irradiated even at night. I'm wounded, and I need healing ammo and supplies, but I'm afraid the young ones won't last long enough. If they're still alive, that is. Can you find the hunters and bring them back? I can see what I'll do. I have marked places on your where the hunters might have camped, and the spot where we trapped the beast, just in case you want to finish it what I started. As you can see, I won't be in the fighting shape for a while. Grimace is awkward and points the gut spilling out from under the side of his shirt. But I bid you to find the young ones first. I don't think they'll last more than 7 day-night cycles. I'll do my best. Okay. Type healing. Here. Explorer's Brain. Minimum damage plus 20. Every 2... Okay. Autopsy. Why am I having a problem with that word? Autopsy. Success, 25%. Destruction. Objects. Oh, okay. Okay. Aha. I will catch you all in the next episode. Until then, have fun, be safe, and aloha.